So maybe you guys should have billed this as a team record weekend. You guys tied the team shutout record at 9 tonight. Your thoughts on the meaning and import of that feat?
Well, I think that's anytime you're doing good things as a team, the expectations are that you're going to have a chance to get certain records, and we've done some great stuff here in the last 2.5 months or since the Christmas break. So, it's great for Gruby. I think he was by far the best player on the ice tonight, and certainly it was one of those games tonight where they didn't play Friday night, and Gruby was the most rested player besides Liam O'Brien on our team, and it was real nice to see the guys battle in the third period for him to get that shutout.
Now, during this post-Christmas run, I mean, you guys have found just a variety of ways to win. It seems like whatever the night calls for. If you need 5 goals, you're getting the 5 goals. If you need a shutout, you're getting the shutout. What's that telling you about this bunch?
Well, it's certainly a resilient bunch, and I think anytime you get into a little bit of a streak or momentum with wins, the guys truly believe that you can win every kind of hockey game that's presented to you. And I think tonight was one of those games where we knew as a coaching staff going in it was going to be tough, and they had their chances, and obviously Gruby made the saves, but I thought we did a pretty good job of keeping shots to the outside. I mean, if you look at their shots for, they are up there in the league, so they do throw a lot of pucks towards the net. And but I thought we did a relatively good job of protecting the middle of the ice, and we are certainly a team that can play well defensively because, we started in day one preaching, good neutral zone, good D zone, and it's certainly paying off now because we are getting our goals or getting rewarded for our goals where, maybe back in November, December, we weren't getting those goals, but still playing pretty solid defense in terms of protecting the middle of the ice.
You got a lot of road games coming up. What do you remember from when you were here the last time? Because the pattern's always the same with the scheduling with the Bears about what you did the last time to keep things going and keep things fresh and keep them not get real tired.
Well, I mean, something, we introduced, and Ryan Murphy and I started it last year, and we've talked a lot about it, just going week at a time. And I think that's going to be something we're going to have to really continue to focus on and not look too far ahead. We know as a coaching staff that we've got 9 road games here in the next 12 games, and some tough games. But the good news from our perspective is, I think we've won 5 or 6 in a row on the road, so that gives us the confidence to play, where maybe, back before Christmas, I think we were on like a, 0-3, 1-1 and slide, and, you're thinking, geez, the second half we play a lot of road hockey, especially in March, and, you're thinking, geez, we're going to have to make some hay here but we are back on track on the road, and we certainly took care of January and February, probably exceeded our expectations going into the month of March.
You're talking about during the offensive drought, not getting the bounces. Gaisley's goal tonight kind of epitomized the way you guys are getting the bounces now.
Yeah, absolutely. The Gaze's goal tonight doesn't go in back in November and December, but I think, when it comes to puck luck, you have to earn your puck luck. I truly believe that, not only during the regular season, but in playoffs. That's a key component in going deep in the playoffs. But you certainly still got to earn that, and I think the guys have really bought into the structure that we've put in place, and it's a good group of guys. And when they want to buckle down and play the right way, for most nights we do, and consequently, they're getting rewarded for it, and I think that exemplifies sticking with it and doing the right things. And a goal like Gaisley tonight is, that certainly probably wouldn't have went in back in November.
Any word on Jim O'Brien?
Yeah, Jim was just a precautionary. He tweaked his groin, with about 8 minutes left in the third period last night, and with a big road game here in Providence and Hartford next weekend, and we didn't want to chance it. So, with tomorrow being a day off, that gives him 2 full days, and we'll probably run an optional type of practice on Tuesday. So that's 3 good days for him to kind of see where he's at with the groin. So we thought it was more important to get him ready for Providence and skip today.
What's Brodus update?
Yeah, Broda just got some stitches just below the ear area, and he was actually coming back to the locker room area to get undressed as I was coming in here. So it looks like he's going to be fine.
You're now holding with the most number of points in the league. Not the idea of this becomes any different, but does the passion become greater as they look at what is now the top prize here for the regular season?
Well, as a coach, this is how I look at it. When March 1st rolls around, every team in the league kind of looks at their team goals, and everybody's different. Lehigh, for example, and Albany, our last two opponents, are trying desperately to get back in the playoff race just to make the playoffs. A team like Bridgeport, it's more of an individual game now because they're looking to impress the Islanders or maybe, free agency in the summer, where now we've got different set of goals. We're in first place overall in the league, and it would certainly be nice for this group and the coaching staff, for the organization in general, to say come middle April, hey, we finished first overall. So that's a goal. And the division, I think the division is huge for us. And, Wilkes-Barre hasn't lost in almost a month as well. So, when we got two big games against them this month. So certainly the goals, I think, have just the individual weekly goals haven't changed, but the overall team goals in terms of the big picture of the season have certainly changed for us.
Schilling a physical reassignment or a paper reassignment?
No, he's physically going to be here for Tuesday's practice. They're going to run with 60, and if someone gets down injured, then they can recall the appropriate D in terms of what they're looking for, whether it's offensive guy, a stay-at-home guy, and that's how they're going to approach here the next, the rest of the season. So we just felt that he skated this morning, and they said, hey, you can stick around for the game tonight. So I haven't talked to him yet, but I spoke to Trotsy at lunchtime today, and that's going to be, Schilling will be here and make, barring any injury on their part, and he'll make the trip to Providence.
And the plan is for Volpati to join you guys Tuesday as well?
Yeah, and he's another guy that I haven't touched base yet with. He's probably upset with not being claimed, and he needs to reset a little bit here before he joins us. But I plan on talking to both those guys, whether it's this evening or sometime tomorrow, and get them in here for Tuesday's practice. Okay, thanks. See you next weekend.